Hi, and welcome to Evaluating Powers. Let's start with some vocabulary. All right, if I take a look at this number, this power, 9 to the third power, well, it's inside the giant power because that would be what we call it when it's together. When I take a look at the little number, our special name for that is exponent, and when I take a look at the big number on the bottom, that's called the base. So if I'm looking at something like 9 to the third power, what am I doing with that? Well, it's pretty simple. This number, the exponent, the little number, it tells you how many nines, which is the base, that you're multiplying together. So in this case, I'm going to take 3 nines and multiply them together. So let's go ahead and do that. When I do that, okay, I end up with 9 times 9 times 9, and 9 times 9 times 9, well, in order to figure that out, you're going to multiply it 2 at a time. So I'm going to start by 9 times 9 is 81. I got this extra 9 that's hanging out over there, so I want to bring it down. And then I'm going to do 81 times 9. Now, if it's something that you can do in your head, great. If you can't, just go off to the side and do it. But if I multiply 9 times 1 and 9 times 8, it ends up with 729 is my final answer. Now, this is what we call exponential form. This is what we call expanded form. And this is what we call standard form. And standard form is a big fancy way of just saying like a normal number. So again, exponential form, expanded form, standard form. All right, and let's just make sure that we know how to read these when we see them to make sure that they're all proper. 8 to the second power is one way that I can say that. Or I can say 8 squared, and I can only use squared when I have to the second power. Or I can use, say, 7 to the third power is another example. You can see it, I'm just naming the base and the exponent. Or I can say 7 cubed, because whenever I have to the third power, it can be cubed. So let's go ahead and evaluate both of these so that we get a little bit more practice. 8 squared is 8 times 8, because this means 2 8s multiplied together. 8 times 8 is, of course, 64. So 8 squared is exponential form. 8 times 8 is expanded, and 64, is expanded, yeah, and 64 is going to be standard. All right, let's take a look at 7 to the third power. Okay, what does this mean? It means that you have 3 7s multiplied together. 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, so 7 times 7, 49. I got this extra 7 hanging out, so I want to make sure that I use it. And so 49 times 7. Again, if you can do that in your head, great. If you can't, just go over here and start doing a multiplication problem. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, when you multiply that together, you should get 343. Again, exponential form, expanded form, standard form. All right, let's take a look at some other examples. All right, again, as I'm looking at this one, this is 2 6s multiplied together. Okay, so again, the base is telling me what number to multiply, and the exponent is telling me how many of them there are. Okay, so 6 times 6, of course, is 36. Easy peasy, right? All right, this one, okay, I can't tell you why, but this is the most commonly missed one. Even people who get all the other ones right sometimes miss this one because they don't stop to think about what they're doing because it seems like really easy. Yes, it is, but you just got to remember. This means that there are 3 2's that I'm multiplying together. So make sure that when you're doing this, you're thinking about the exponent tells me how many there are, the base tells me what number to multiply. So 2 times 2 times 2 would be the expanded form because 3 tells me that that's how many 2's there are, and that tells me what to multiply. Now, 2 times 2 is 4, and then I've got this extra 2 hanging out that I'm going to bring down. And you're probably going like, why are you boxing stuff? Why would I do that? Am I just doing it because I like making boxes? No. Although, I do like making boxes. Math teacher, you know, rectangles. But as you take a look at that, this is for a really important reason, so I know what numbers I've used so that I don't forget to use a number or I use a number twice. If it's in the box, I've already dealt with it, don't have to worry about it anymore. And if you do that, it helps you to not reuse numbers or forget numbers. So that's actually a really good strategy so that you don't make silly mistakes in the middle. All right, and then 4 times 2, of course, is 8. So 2 to the third power would be 8. So take a look at 5 to the 4th power, kind of out of my reach up there, so I'm going to go down a little bit. 5 to the 4th power, 4 tells me that there's 4 numbers being multiplied, and that's the exponent, and the base again tells me that that's what I'm multiplying. So it's 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5? 25. I've got another pair of 5s. So that's also 25. And then I just do 25 times 25. Again, if you happen to know it, great. If you don't, go ahead and do your multiplication out, but you should get 625. All right, 9 to the 1st power. That exponent tells me that there's 1 9. There's only one number, and it's a 9. So, can I do anything else? No, I don't have anything to multiply by, so that's the final answer. All right, now, your turn. Probably saying, hey, wait a minute, I was watching a video. I didn't agree to do any math. Well, too bad. Here's your chance to do some practice on your own. So, in a minute, when I tell you to, you're going to hit pause, and we're going to wait. I'm going to wait for you, and then once you've tried the problems, you'll hit play again, and then we'll check, and I'll go through and make sure that you did it correctly. So, if you're ready, go ahead and pause. I'll wait. Okay, hopefully you had a chance to do those problems. Now, did you really do those problems, or just keep the video rolling? Because if you just kept the video rolling, here's your second chance to go ahead and hit pause before I do it, because I'm about to do it. Last chance. Okay. Better have done those problems. 4 to the 3rd power. 4 times 4 times 4. Because I've got 3 4s multiplied together. 4 times 4 gives me 16. Times 4 comes out to 64. Okay. If I take a look at 12 squared, okay, that means that I have 2 12s to multiply together. So that would be 12 times 12, and 12 times 12 would be 144, and hopefully you know that is your basic multiplication fact. All right, let's take a look up here. Big exponent, 2 to the 5th power. That means 5 2s multiplied together. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Lots of 2 2s. Got one pair right here. 2 times 2 is 4. I have another pair right here, so that's also 4. And then I've got this one left over, lonely 2 over there. So I got to make sure that I remember to do that. All right, and 4 times 4 would be 16. And then I can do 16 times 2, which comes out to 32. So 2 to the 5th power would be 32. All right, taking a look at the last one. 3 to the 4th power. I've got 4 numbers being multiplied, and those numbers that are being multiplied are 3s. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3, of course, is 9. And 3 times 3, of course, is 9. And when you do 9 times 9, you get 81. Okay? So I hope this helps you with evaluating powers. Remember, the base is what number you're multiplying, and the exponent tells you how many to multiply. So something like 3 to the 4th power means there's 4 3s that I'm multiplying together. Good luck, and if you get stuck, watch the video again.